What up, YouTube? This is Shy973, and this is my video response to cncfan's theory of his ideas for the next Midnight Club game after Los Angeles. And dude, that's a great idea. Like, the next city would be in Tokyo and stuff. I mean, because on the second and the remake of the third Midnight Club game, they had them on there, though Tokyo had a better upgraded model of it and stuff. And the variety of more tuners in the game, that would be a good idea and stuff. I mean, like, also they should have the Honda Civics and Acuras on there, so then maybe some people will have to be all like, oh, it's a rice burner and all that ish and stuff. So yeah, that would be a good idea. Also, I read on the We the Rockstars on his video response to cncfan's theory of the next Midnight Club game, having it in New York, it would be a good idea because that's where the first Midnight Club game actually started out. And maybe it should have like the same graphics as the Grand Theft Auto 4 game, though. However, instead of having all these fictional names like Algonquin, Bohan, Broker, Alderney City, and all that ish. And yeah, that would be good. And maybe it should have some races like under the subway tunnels in New York, or like if they're out in Brooklyn or in the Bronx, they should have them like over the subway trains. And that's actually my opinion on having it in either Tokyo or New York, or they should have it down in Miami. I mean, because come on, Miami, the sun, cars, girls. Well, not really on about girls, but I'm like, they have hot cars down in Miami, and that's where the Too Fast, Too Furious movie was made. So it would not be a Midnight Club game if they had the city of Miami on there as a selective city. And I was thinking for like when the main character travels to a new city, like instead of having a loading screen, what it should do is it should zoom out of that current city that the main player is in, and then it should have like the whole world showing, and then as soon as the game stops loading, the world will then like start to spin around, and then would then zoom into another part of the city, or like another city or something like that. Something like on the loading parts of the Midnight Club LA game where they had no loading screens, except for the remake of it, which had the same features as the Midnight Club 3 game. Also, yeah, they should like have a created character and all that stuff, like male or female, and maybe they should have the kind of clothing of what your character will be like. For like me, for example, mine would be like baggy clothes and all that stuff. And well, he wouldn't be that heavily influenced in games. He was like, my character would be like a true street tuner, like a real street racer and all that. I mean, my character would be having a descent, like he would be half black and half Asian. And then like for my car, I'll actually have two cars. My main two would be a 90s Honda Civic and a 98, 99, or a 2002 Nissan Skyline GTR R34 V-Spec 2, and maybe that was made from Nur and UR. And yeah, they should have a much more pack of import tuners and stuff. I mean, like on the Midnight Club LA game, they did not have the Toyota Supra. They did not have the Nissan Z. Well, actually they did have the Z, but the thing was, it was the convertible version of it. I'm saying like maybe the actual, like the non-convertible Z, and then maybe like they should have the Subaru Impreza on there. I mean, they do have the Land Evos on there, but a Midnight Club game is not complete without having the Subies, especially if it's the Imprezas. because they kick ass. Also, they should have some of the old school tuning cars, maybe like in 8610 or in America the Toyota Corolla, the Nissan Silvia S13 240SX, and the S15 Nissan Silvia. I mean, I know they had the S14 Silvia, but that was somewhat called the 240SX on there, on the last Midnight Club game. And they should also bring back that that Datsun S30Z or the 240Z, and then that could be like a secret car, like on the game Long Gone Midnight, where this Japanese street racer known as Akio Asakusa, he drives it. And they should also have an R32 Skyline, an R33 Skyline, and the new GTR. Even though some people say that it's not not the Skyline, but in my eyes, to me, it's a Nissan Skyline because it was made from Nissan and it has the name GTR, and it somewhat looks like the newer generation of the Nissan Skyline, which is why I would call it the R35 GTR. Also, they should have the new Nissan 370Z, and yeah, they should have some Land Evos, like from generations 3 to 10, including the MR edition ones. Maybe they should have the rally kind ones. And for like a better exotic pack, they should bring the Ferraris on there. I mean, it's not an exotic pack without Ferraris, like the F430 or the Gambella Spider or the Enzo Ferrari. And also they should have Porsches, like the Kia GT, the 911, or the 911 GT1 or GT2. For luxury cars, Mercedes-Benz SLKs, SL65s, and Chryslers, Dodges. For the muscle pack, yeah, the Dodge Charger, Corvette, Mustang, and classic cars like the 96 Impala or the Mustang from the 60s, and some should somewhat be dubbed out. And I don't know, maybe they should bring in choppers like Harleys and stuff, Harleys, Cuvitos, West Coast kind. And then they should definitely have the sport bikes like Kawasaki's, Aprilas, Ducatis, and the Honda motorcycles actually. And then for like the SUVs, they should have like the Cadillac Escalades, Hummers, Nissan Titans, Toyota Tundras, Range Rovers, the Mercedes trucks, the BMW trucks, various kind of trucks like from all over the world. Also, they should have cars from Korea, like the Kias and the Hyundai Tiburon V6 GT. Also, like I said before, the gameplay features should be just like on the Midnight Club LA game. And also it should have a various amount of different type of events on there, like circuit, sprint, which is point-to-point races, drag races, and then maybe like if you're in the city of Japan, they should have this event called Toge Battles, like on the street racing anime called Initial D. And yeah, they should have drift battles on there, like Formula Drift battles or the D1 GP battles. Or you can even have some of the American drifters and Japanese drifters having voiceovers on there. Also, they should have time trial runs. Heck, even rally runs. Like on Colin McRae's Dirt and Dirt 2. God rest his soul to Colin. I mean, like, without those kind of cars in the game, it would not be called a real Midnight Club game. Anyway, time's about to run out, but that's my opinion on what I think of the next Midnight Club game should be. So, see you later, and I'm signing out.